Hello, welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I am your host, Ilham Ahmadov. During the day, the free passage of civilian Armenians through the Lachin border checkpoint through the International Committee of the Red Cross proves once again that the Armenian authorities' false statements about the ethnic cleansing of the Karabakh Armenians and the alleged blockade of the Lachin road are nothing more than another propaganda trick.
With the mediation of the International Committee of the Red Cross, conditions were once again created for the Armenian population of Karabakh to freely pass through the Lachin state border checkpoint operating on Azerbaijan-Armenia border on the Hekab River. Since the morning hours, 7 vehicles belonging to the International Committee of the Red Cross and 34 people freely passed in the direction of Khankendi Görüs. Out of 34 people who were granted the passage through the border checkpoint, 11 were members of the International Committee of the Red Cross, 12 people were in need of medical assistance, and 10 people were their family members accompanying them. 12 patients were examined by Azerbaijani doctors. This once again proves that if all the steps are agreed with the Azerbaijani side, the passage from the border crossing point is carried out without any impediments.
It is regrettable that Joseph Borrell, the High Representative of the European Union for Foreign Relations and Security Policy, has shown an approach to the situation in the region based on false propaganda and political manipulation spread by the Armenian side. Press Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Ayxan Hacızadeh stated, he said that it is fundamentally wrong to present the legitimate measures taken by Azerbaijan as closing of the Lachin road. Severe humanitarian situation is nothing else but a political manipulation. Along with being faithful to its international obligations, Azerbaijan will resolutely prevent attempts to legitimize illegal activities in its territory, the statement said. Armenia's attempt to provide humanitarian aid to the Armenians in Karabakh is a show set up for political speculation, blackmail, and the international community. Only the separatists are the ones who benefit from the so-called spectacle created by the Armenian political leaders in circles over Karabakh.
The whole world already knows that Armenia's attempt to provide humanitarian aid to the Armenians in Karabakh is a show created for political speculation, blackmail, and the international community. Some representatives of the European Union, as well as those who lead the show, are in unison with the barbarians who have been crying out for 2 days. Are the Armenians living in Karabakh faced with the humanitarian crisis? If the situation is so deplorable, then why Armenia and the separatists in Karabakh refused Azerbaijan's proposal to transport humanitarian goods through the Aghdam-Khankendi road? In fact, there are many questions. But let's look at what happened through the eyes of the Armenian blogger Raman Bagdasaryan.
Ես հարց եմ հնչեցնում Արցախում ինչու է ծիրանի 1 կիլոգրամը արժենում պետական մակարդակով 900 դրամ?
As the blogger says, the situation varies according to one's wealth. In other words, the separatist group in Karabakh both earn and make noise by creating an artificial price gouging. Today, those who supposedly care about the Armenians in Karabakh and are worried about the current situation, why were they not worried about the million refugees and internally displaced persons and the humanitarian disaster in Azerbaijan as a result of the Armenian occupation in the 90s? Or why does Armenia block the opening of communications? The fact that some European countries where Islamophobia and racism are raging lost their face has once again manifested itself in this matter. But the dreams of everyone who wrote and played this play, from the conductor to the singers, will never come true.
The Western Azerbaijan community expressed serious concern over Armenia's attempts to create an artificial humanitarian crisis by demanding exclusive supply routes to Khankendi. This manipulative tactics that hinder the reconciliation process and misuse the real needs of the residents for political purposes are strongly condemned in a statement issued by the community. Strong dissatisfaction with the European Union's involvement in this issue was expressed. It was stated that if the European Union really defends human rights, then it should support the right of return of Western Azerbaijanis instead of being a party to Armenia's manipulative tactics. Military ammunitions were found in Zengilan. Employees of the district police department found a hand grenade, 18 shells, 122 cartridges of different calibers and other ammunition in Beshtali village. Those ammunitions were handed over to the relevant authorities for safe transportation and destruction. You can get in touch with us by contacting AzTV Khabar's hotline number 051 511 1956 through which you can report events you come across of, as well as share your suggestions and remarks. You can also contact us via our WhatsApp and Telegram accounts. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.